What's going on, everyone? Joe here, back with some Jar Jar jargon, and welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here before, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as I work towards getting 100 subscribers. I know it's a small number, but it would be kind of the first milestone for this channel. So the first thing I want to talk about today was the fact that during Star Wars Celebration, we all but got basically direct verbal confirmation that Heir to the Empire is going to be adapted in some way in Star Wars canon. This was basically done through the Ahsoka trailer, where we actually got her name drop Heir to the Empire, and then of course the announcement of Dave Filoni's movie that will be the culmination of events through the Mandalorian era timeline. One thing to note though, we saw a lot of characters, new characters in that Ahsoka trailer, and none of them seemed really recognizable to the Legends content, especially those that appeared in the original Thrawn trilogy. So, I kind of wanted to break down the characters that we saw in the Ahsoka trailer, the characters that we already know of in the current Mandalorian era timeline, and their Legends counterparts is the way I see it going forward. The first being that I think Ahsoka is actually going to be the lead hero of this story, replacing what would essentially be Luke Skywalker. Now, of course, it would be easier to recast Luke, Han, and Leia instead of doing all this deepfake technology, but I don't believe that's an option for Disney at this point in time. At least they don't see it as an option, so they're not going to do that. We could still see Luke in this movie that's going to take place. I think we will see Luke. It would make sense to, and probably Han as well. We know that the deepfake technology has been used on Harrison Ford already. The new Indiana Jones 5 trailer looks incredible, especially that deep faking that they did on Harrison Ford. So I think we'll see those characters. That being said, I still think Ahsoka will be the lead. It's going to be better to have a real actress in that role than it would be to have a deepfake stand-in for Luke. So she's going to be our main hero of the story. And Han and Leia, I think, are actually going to be replaced by Din and Bo. Now, we've talked a lot about Din and Bo possibly forming some sort of romantic relationship, which definitely appears to be happening at this point in time. And with Bo seemingly becoming the leader of Mandalore, she'll have a very similar role to that Leia had in the original Thrawn trilogy. Leia was still trying to establish that government within the New Republic. Bo-Katan will be mostly preoccupied with establishing new rule on Mandalore and a new society on Mandalore. That frees up Din to go out on his adventures with Grogu, which would have been probably Han Solo and Chewbacca. Of course, Chewbacca being the unable to talk basic creature that travels along with Han Solo and Grogu, basically filling that void as well. So I think those are going to be kind of our big three, Ahsoka, Din, and Bo. Now, a few of the side characters that occurred in the original Thrawn trilogy may have been revealed to us in the Ahsoka trailer. The first being Baylan, who I actually believe to be a dark Jedi, as evident by the orange lightsaber instead of the deep red lightsaber that the Sith would typically use. So Jorah Sabaoth would be his counterpart in Legends, and Jorah Sabaoth was a dark Jedi clone that kind of went crazy, and Thrawn utilized him during his campaign to take over the New Republic and take back Coruscant. So I think Baylan's really going to play that character for the most part. He may have some crazy tendencies and things that Thrawn doesn't agree with. He's going to be the main Force user enemy for Ahsoka, I believe, going forward and into that Mandoverse culmination event that's going to take place. The next one is Shin, who I believe is replacing Mara Jade. Now, Mara Jade in Legends married Luke Skywalker down the line, but in the Thrawn trilogy, she really was a dark Jedi for herself, who formerly was the Emperor's hand, and she was tasked with killing Luke Skywalker. Now, we already know via the leaks, and I talked about this in another video, that she has been tasked with hunting down Ahsoka, who is our Luke replacement in this story. So I definitely think Shin is the Mara Jade replacement. I don't believe she's going to have any kind of relationship with Luke. I don't really see it going that way. I don't think they're going to touch that storyline, especially because it will make some fans unhappy. But mostly she's going to be that younger female apprentice, and I don't think we're going to be getting Mara Jade in canon in any capacity. So we also got Talon Karrde, who hired Mara Jade, and Talon Karrde was somewhat of an information broker. So I think Boba Fett is going to be replacing him. And the reason is because in Legends, in Thrawn trilogy, Han Solo goes to Tatooine, and he actually asks who the new big crime lord is to replace Jabba the Hutt. Now that Jabba's gone, who is filling that void? And he's told Talon Karrde. Now, Talon Karrde himself is not really a crime lord. He mostly deals in information. And from what we saw in the Book of Boba Fett, it doesn't look like Boba Fett is actually going to deal in crime at all. He's not going to allow the spice to go through Tatooine. screen, he doesn't seem really eager to get into the crime underworld as much as he is to be a ruler and a leader. He could deal in things like information. So I think he's going to replace Talon Card in this story as kind of the person to go to for answers, especially around things that may be hidden from the New Republic. So more underworld type items. I think he's going to have answers for people. I think he's going to be a key role in this, and he's really going to take that Talon Card place. The last one I think here is that Hera is going to be replacing Wedge Antilles, who was the leader of Rogue Squadron. He was a key role in taking down Thrawn's fleet and helping the New Republic realize what was going on out in the galaxy. And as we saw in the Ahsoka trailer, Hera is actually talking to what appears to be New Republic officials, telling them that they need to take action, and Wedge was really that voice during the Legends books. So I think that it's pretty clear here that we have several characters who are going to be replacing these Legends characters, and I don't think a lot of them are actually going to be seen at all. Now, of course, we could get maybe a glimpse of someone like Wedge. I think we're probably going to get the original trio deep faked in some capacity, but those true Legends characters that haven't been canon in the past, I don't think they're going to be made canon through this retelling of Heir to the Empire. We're not going to see Jorah Sabaoth. We're not going to see Mara Jade, and we're not going to see Talon Card. I'm sure there's others. Bel Iblis, he was a New Republic general. We could maybe see, a glimpse of him. I'm not really sure that that's going to play any kind of role in this story as well. That being said, I think that there's a lot to look forward to. Personally, I'm actually okay with the route that they're going, especially after seeing that Ahsoka trailer. It was incredible. I think as long as they stay somewhat faithful to the books and incorporate these new characters into those kind of prominent roles, I think it's actually going to be a pretty solid retelling. And of course, it makes sense to use other characters in place of the original trio, considering the fact that they're not going to deep fake these characters for an entire movie, and the voices are going to sound a little weird. So it's not really going to work to have them have conversations and relationships with the other characters. I think we'll see them. So at least we have that to look forward to. We possibly could get our first glimpse of the original three on screen together for the first time since Return of the Jedi, which would be awesome. But that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you think about kind of the recasting of these Legends characters and the creation of the new ones as replacements. And of course, if you like the video, please do hit like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.
The Lova Numatafa.